Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today with my special report brought to you by Crises. My name is Brittany Clark. Today we're at Arizona State University in the School of Social Work with Associate Professor Jill Messing. Jill, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thanks so much for having me.
Yes, of course. Today we're going to talk about one of the apps that was recently created, but you guys have been working on this app for some years now, right?
We have for about 10 years. So it started out as a web-based intervention, and then maybe just about 5 years ago we turned it into an app.
Fantastic. Well, today we're going to talk about how that can benefit us with domestic violence, how you can download it for absolutely nothing, and how you can learn so much about all the resources that come along with it. Jill, let's start off by you telling me a little bit about how this all started.
But we started it off geared toward anyone who feels like they may be in an unsafe, intimate relationship, and we still have that version.
Okay.
But just more recently, when we turned it into an app, we geared it also towards college-age women. So, that it provides different kind of suggestions and priorities for women who are in college versus women who are not. Sometimes women who are in unsafe, intimate relationships have a hard time making decisions about what they would want to do next. So the app is really intended to do a few things. And so the first thing is to help women to understand kind of if their relationship is safe or not. Okay. So for women who are in unsafe relationships, it kind of takes them through a few steps. The first is a danger assessment. So it can look at, and this is based on Jackie Campbell's work, and she has spent many years developing the danger assessment, which is a risk assessment.
Okay.
And that tells women how unsafe their relationship is. So what is their risk of future violence or homicide? And then we give immediate feedback on that risk assessment. Following that, we provide women with kind of what we see as the main priorities for women who are kind of deciding what to do about an unsafe relationship.
Okay.
And those are a little different for women who are in college versus women who are not in college. So for example, women in college, one of their priorities is going to be school.
Okay.
Whereas for women who are not in college, that's not going to be one of their priorities.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so we ask women use a sliding bar to look at, to essentially balance those priorities and make determinations about what things are more important to them in their relationship.
Okay, but having this app, what would you want someone to walk away with this?
Sure. So I think a few things. So one is that it can be used by anyone who is concerned that their relationship may be unsafe.
Okay.
Or if you're concerned that a friend's relationship may be unsafe, so you can use it. There's a version for friends as well.
Okay.
So it's really an educational tool. It talks a lot about healthy relationships. So it's important to know, what healthy relationships are, as well as what abusive relationships are.
Right. I know so many women that are going through something, and instead of asking a counselor, they'll go to Google and they'll try to find an answer that way. So these questions that they may have, and they can go on the app, is specifically geared towards some of the things that they may be feeling or may be going through.
Absolutely. So the app starts with some information about healthy relationships, but then the very next thing is some questions about your specific relationship. So does your partner do X, Y, or Z? Are you feeling this way?
Okay.
And then at the end of that little assessment, we say the app says that your relationship appears to be healthy. Your relationship may be unsafe. So it gives kind of often that validation to women when they're feeling like their relationship may be unsafe. And for people who are unsure, it also can provide them some information.
Is there anything that you would want to close with that we probably didn't touch on today that you would want the viewers back home to know?
I think it's just important to remember that domestic violence, it does affect about 1/3 of women nationwide, and so this is a problem that is pretty big. And so for people who are in an unsafe relationship, are concerned that they may be in an unsafe relationship, I think it's really important for them to know that they're not alone and that there are resources out there to help.
Yeah, and this is a really great resource to have. So, and anyone can have it. Any women, it's more geared towards women. So if you're a woman out there, it's completely free. It's ad-free. Definitely get it. Visit the link down below if you want to find it online, or if you want to go to the App Store, please visit there as well. But Jill, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure meeting with you finally. You guys, my name is Brittany Clark. This is my special report with Crises. Back to you guys in the studio.